I watched WeWork raise more money than some nations. $47 billion valuation, offices everywhere, and a world-class team, and still it went bankrupt in just a few years.
Hi everyone, let's create a professional and clean looking animation. So at the start, this scene is there. What we are going to do is head on to text, bring in our default text, hit Windows plus dot key, and then head on to select this square. Increase the font size and scaling to cover the whole screen. I'll make this bigger. I'll just select the color picker tool and select this color. Now we have got the same color. Now to do this, simply just I'll select this PNG. Okay, all the assets are there in the description. So, if you want to practice along, you can download them. Now I'll just head on to adjust and decrease the saturation to make it black and white. Make this a bit bigger. And at the start, you can see this text is there, Adam Newman. But before that, let's make this big. Okay, copy this, select the below layer. Okay, head on to curves, decrease all the curves. Okay, and then bring out the below layer a bit to the right. Okay, like this you can see over here. Now head on to effects and search for blur and just put it on this and just give it, adjust the settings, okay, to get this look. And after that I'll just bring in my text layer, okay, and right here Adam Newman. I'll be selecting this, okay, flipping. There are so many animations, okay, you want to select any one of them or you can go with the new one. Okay, you can also select this slide up. Okay, after this you can see this also has to come up. Select these two, hit Alt plus G to make them a compound clip. Click on transform keyframe, go ahead, again click on transform keyframe, go to the first keyframe and drag this down. Hit Alt plus K and then select cubic out. Make sure to drag this out to have a smoother animation. Okay, and you can move this a bit forward and then it will just close up. Okay, so simply select both of these and cut this background also. Select all of them, hit Alt plus G to make a compound clip. Now just select the background and extend this. Cut from here and change it to white. Okay, now just select this, head on to video, add mask, select circle, select the background and reduce the opacity for now. First let's make this animation, so click on this keyframe, go ahead, and then we simply have to make it smaller, so just make it like this. Okay, hit Alt plus K and select cubic out. And from here the next logo will come in. So I'll first add mask, circle, and just crop out this and somewhere around here. Okay, I'll just head on to animation and select fade in. And from here, as you can see, when this comes up, these lines go up. Okay, so what we have to do is transform keyframe, go ahead, make this smaller and bring this up like this. Okay, something like that. Hit Alt plus K and simply select cubic out. select this, okay, this image of the person or this compound clip, head on to animation out and select fade out. So somewhere around here, we just have to bring in again default text. This time just hit space, okay, and let's select a background color. So enable this and we'll be selecting light green or you know this color. Turn it, put it over here. Now we have to copy this simply, bring it over here, make sure it's off white, okay, something like this. Copy this again, bring it over here, and now this will go up when this goes. So just see this keyframe over here. Above that you have to start putting the keyframes. Now select each of them and put on the keyframe at that place. Go ahead to over here, okay, the second keyframe, and again just you know click on the transform keyframe on all the lines. So go to the first one, select all the lines and go to the first keyframe and drag them down. So you get this animation, okay. Control plus K and just select cubic out. Okay, now we have to offset them a bit so it comes in one by one. So first the center one, and I'll just offset this, okay, like this. So it will come up like this, okay. And now there's a number counting animation, as if you can see over here, okay. First we'll design that by bringing in a default text. Hit Windows plus dot key and then select the circle, make sure it's green, and then just decrease the opacity. Now copy the circle and make it dark green, okay, and then make the circle smaller. Now manually making a number counting effect is a very tedious job in CapCut. If you want to learn, then you can check one of my previous videos for that, but I have already given you the number counting preset, so you can just use it over here, okay. Just put it on this, start from over here, cut till here, okay, hit Alt plus G, okay. Just bring this over here and we have to match with this green circle, so I'll put this over here, okay, and just bring my number counting and join this at this end, okay. The rest of the number counting which you cut and kept it, just join this at the end, so it will start and then continue. Extend this green line, also extend these a bit. Now just simply head on above this keyframe and just click on the transform keyframe here, select this, and I'll just simply drag this over here. Go ahead and bring it over here. Now hit Alt plus K and select the same cubic out. So what I'm going to do is basically from here around 34, I'll just cut this, join this, okay, from behind, so it will continue from 34, okay. And somewhere around here, I just have to select our, green line again. Transform keyframe, go ahead and increase the scaling like this to cover everything. Hit Alt plus G, hit Alt plus K, select cubic out, and now bring this to the top. Okay, it will cover everything. I'll increase this distance. And from here, I'll select this, okay, the continued part of the number counter. Click on the transform keyframe, go ahead, bring it over here, increase the size, okay, hit Alt plus K, select cubic out. So you get this animation. And then just bring on the rest of the text. If you can see over here, 47 billion valuation. Simply, we have to just fade these in. So head on to animation and select fade in. Okay. So we have an animation something like this till now. And from here, as you can see, these buildings will come up with this, okay, money. So bring your PNG of this, decrease the opacity to somewhere around 4 is fine, 4 to 5, and place them in something like this. Okay, select all of them and I'll be selecting slide up. And now I'm just going to offset them. Okay, so you get this animation, and with this I'll bring my building, put it over here, copy this, and again copy this. Now select the bottom one and bring it out, and the middle one and bring it out too. Head on to adjust and select basic, bring down the saturation on both of them. And now you simply have to do the same thing. Select this animation, slide up. Okay, now I'll select the top one and then offset the other two. Right click on this, edit, freeze, so that I can, freeze the frame on the last number, which is 47, and extend this. Again, manually do these animations, which is this number, or sorry, this currency and this building, so it will be smoother. And after this comes up, suddenly this animation is there. So from here, you can simply select everything now. Okay, hit B to cut it. Also cut this. And now we bring in the images, stack them on top of each other. Go ahead 10 frames, hit B to cut it and bring this next one. Go ahead 10 frames again, hit B and cut it. Go ahead 10 frames, B, cut it, and finally with the last one too. Now I'll bring in the logo, okay, this text, make the logo smaller, okay, and I'll put it over here. Now I'll just copy this logo, select the below layer, okay, and hit bring down the opacity. So you get a shadow. Okay, select these, hit Alt plus G to make it a compound clip. Now just select the second image and try to move this onto the wall. Okay, but remember to not move the text, only the images. Remember to select better images because uh, these were random which I just chose. Okay, so you get this effect, and here I'll just cut the text. And what we can also do is head on to effects and bring in hazy and just put it on top like this. Open up the details, decrease the blur. Okay, adjust this to get it a bit blurred. Okay, on the edges, and simply from here this animation is there, which is very easy. So we'll delete this or cut it and make sure only white background is there. Now just simply bring the images. As you can see, if you scale it down, it is scaling towards the middle, okay, which we don't want. We wanted to scale it in the middle of the image, not the middle of the screen. So I'll just bring down the rulers and put it at the center. To bring out rulers, just click on these three lines and guides and rulers. Now bring this two and put this at the center too. Now just bring in the images and make sure to, you know, put them at the center like this. Okay. Now select each of them individually and make them a compound clip. Okay. Don't collect everything and make a compound clip, just individual compound clips. And now send them back to their, you know, original places. Now, if you scale them, you can see it is scaling properly in the center of its, own dimensions, meaning the center of this image. So click on the transform keyframe, go ahead and again click on the transform keyframe. Okay. And now I'll just do this for all. Simply go to the start and make this 0. Okay. Make all of them 0. And you'll get this animation. Hit Alt plus K and just simply hit cubic out. So you get this animation. Now you can just offset them a bit. Okay, you can do it random order or any order you want. I'm just doing it random. Okay, I think it's a good order. Okay, so now let's see the animation. Okay, now for this part, okay, which is the last, highlighting part. So this part is for you to do as part of your homework. In, one of my earlier videos, I have also showed how to make this highlighting part effect. If you want to refer to that, you can refer to that and complete the video. Hope you like this video. See you in the next.